This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Antoneta Gjolaj. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
I chose my mom for this award because I really think she shows her teaching in and out, in school and at home, between me and her students. She really shows what it means to be a teacher through her hard work, and I think she really deserves this award because all the heart and soul she puts into teaching every single day. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, did you know about this?
No, I had no idea. I'm shocked.
Oh my gosh. Well, as a mother, are you his teacher as well?
No, I'm not, but to some extent, I'm not surprised because during our dinners, that's all I talk about my day and about my students. So maybe that's motivated him to do that.
Well, I want to talk about you and what motivated you to be a teacher.
Well, I come from a family of educators, and I was surrounded by educators all my life. So that dream of becoming one started in early years of my life. My goal was to be able to touch as many lives as possible, to be able to make a difference. And I had some great professors in my college years as well. So that all accumulated and made me continue doing and becoming one.
I love that. And I understand that you work with small groups of students as a reading and math interventionist. Tell me a little bit about that. And what's that like working with smaller groups versus a bigger classroom?
So yes, I do work with smaller groups of students, 4 or 5 at the time. It's very challenging. I know a lot of people think that maybe it's easier, but it has their challenges as well because you connect with them at a different level. They come to you. They're completely different kids from being in their classroom as being in those small groups, and they come to you with everything, not just wanting to learn, but they come to you with their little problems and their little emotions. So you have that way of connecting more, being able to see what their needs and wants are. So I really enjoy it.
I think it must be difficult to be a teacher because every day is a little bit different, right? And you have many different personalities. What keeps you going? What makes you get out of bed in the morning and know that you're going to school?
Every day, you're right, every day is absolutely different. So there are days that are easygoing and there are days that are super exciting, or there are days there's a lot of emotions, especially when you work with upper L, 5th grade kids whose emotions are roller coaster, basically. But what keeps me going, I'm going to use an example of last week. I was doing a math lesson with my 1st graders, and I was using these counting buddies as math manipulatives, and they were just giving up. They were not getting it at all, and they know that my motto is to keep going and not give up. So finally, they started getting the lesson and the skills that they needed, and that aha moment in their little faces, that's what keeps me going.
I love that when the light bulb goes off.
When the light bulb goes on.
Oh, that's awesome. Now you talk a lot about your kids that you teach. You bring it home with you and talk to your family about that. Tell me about that.
I do. I just love to share my my everyday life from the classroom to my everyday life, in my personal life. And even my friends, they're like, okay, so what's your teacher story today? And I love to share that because I show them that this is my passion and I care to do what I do. And I like to raise awareness that teaching is important and being part of the education system is also important too. So,
as an educator, do you have a goal?
Go every day is a goal. Every day is a new day. And our goal is to keep these kids going, to help them realize that they're important and to help them shape their future. And our goal is not to just create lifelong learners. Our goal is to help them establish their to become better humans so they can be a good asset to our society. That's my goal.
I love it. I know that on the road to being a teacher, you had a diverse educational experience. Tell me a little bit about that.
I do. I come from Montenegro. I'm an Albanian. And I started college right when there was a war in Kosovo. And I started college right when the NATO troops entered the Kosovo. So it was rough. So when I moved to US, I brought that passion with me, and I wanted to continue teaching, and I wanted to be able to connect with kids who maybe have the same background as me, or at least similar background, because when you have that connection with your students, it's a little bit better understanding what they're going through, and that they create that comfort zone that someone else walked those shoes.
Yeah, well, you are absolutely doing that. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Antoneta from R. Grant Graham Elementary receives a $2,000 check from Lottery Commissioner Susanna Shkreli. Excellence in Education Awards, sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $29 billion to public education since 1972.